It's every child's dream to one day become a professional footballer. It certainly was for me. I lived for football. It meant the world to me as a kid. Growing up, playing street football, playing football on the park, on the field, on the school playground. I mean, we had jumpers for goalposts, school shoes for football boots, and even your school tie as a captain's armband. My life revolved around football. Only 1% of young footballers go on to become professionals. Is it good enough?
I think it's probably about right. I mean, what we've got to remember here, we are in grassroots football and we do cater for all the levels of ability I've just mentioned, whether they're very, very good players, whether they're going to become elite players, or whether they are the lads from the town who just want to kick a ball about with their mates for a couple of weeks.
If it was high statistic, you get more players that aren't as good at it.
Leo McDermott is a young child who one day dreams of becoming a professional footballer. Currently playing for North Ormsby FC. So Leo, can you just tell me a little bit about your training sessions? How do you train? Like on a Tuesday night, do you concentrate on certain areas of the game or?
We concentrate a bit on fitness and we do a lot of passing.
Passing, yeah. How do you feel? Do you feel confident? Do you feel like in the year you've played, do you think that you've got a better player yourself?
Yeah.
So what local teams did you play for when you first started playing?
I played for Winniebanks at first.
I played for Winniebanks first. And then did you move on to a professional club?
Yeah.
How old were you?
I was 9.
9 year old. Did you feel ready in yourself? Did you feel...
I was excited. I didn't know if I felt ready or not. I was just excited to be invited to a trial for a professional football team, the team you support.
I think more kids should be given a chance to play at a better level, because in some low leagues there's some quality players that just don't get noticed.
The Teesside Junior Football Alliance, more commonly known as the TJFA, supports grassroots football from all ages. Secretary Chris Ord has been involved with the TJFA for almost 25 years.
What we do, as league secretary, what I do is I look after, Paul and myself look after around about 10,000 players this year now. We'll have even more next year. We have over 600 teams competing in the league.
It's simple, isn't it? Because, every parent will want the best for the youngsters. Yeah. And you can understand why when you go along to watch your team play, you might get a little bit carried away.
We used to have a couple of parents trying to talk to
trying to tell us what to do sometimes and that, and it got to a point where we got annoyed with it. Yeah. So we got him to back off. We had a meeting, told him to back off. Now it's just like they're motivating the kids a lot more. Yeah. And me and him just leaving me and him to do his job.
Yeah, I do shout, but in an encouraging way.
Yeah, it's natural. Like, if you're encouraging your kid, like it's brilliant.
Yeah. I'd always try and be positive.
Yeah.
I would never, if you made a mistake or anything like that. I wouldn't berate him or anything like that. But no, I just try to encourage him. But brilliant. Also try and let the manager get on with it as well.
Yeah.
Well, then it was what you get changed wherever really. Sometimes you get changed in a car, or sometimes you get changed outside in the rain. And the facilities that they did have were quite dated back then. And to be honest, some of them still are now. And I think they're in a bit of a changing period. Yeah. As in money's coming into it. Yeah. Obviously, North Ormsby's got good changing facilities.
So it was all quite new. The facilities weren't like they are now.
You do need the facilities to create great sporting talent.
Cleveland Juniors Football Club is currently undergoing a facilities refurbishment, with new changing rooms and various other things being built for the benefit of the young children.
Well, I think the first thing is that to be a top quality professional footballer will take a great deal of skill, dedication.
But maybe like desire to win and professionalism.
I made more sacrifices than any of them, and you've got to do that, because as I said, there's some of them players were comfortably better than me, naturally more talented than me, but they didn't make the sacrifices and they aren't where they should be now.
I signed for Middlesbrough Bobby Mader, and at just over 18 years old, they got rid of me because I wasn't turning up for training. I was making excuses, saying I was ill when I wasn't ill. I just sort of fell out of football.
You just got to keep working hard, I suppose, and you got to play to your maximum potential, and you've got to work hard every day. So I was disappointed, but at the same time I knew that I had to work hard to achieve that what I believe I was destined to be.
I never made it as a footballer. In all honesty, I think I got to a certain age and I fell out of love with the game. I stopped enjoying it, and even spending time with my friends and playing every Sunday, it became more of a chore than an enjoyment at times. And to be honest, I think I got to a certain age and I thought, you know what, I'm not going to become a pro now. So what's the point? And looking back, it's the wrong attitude to have, because you obviously have to enjoy it, but at the same time, give 110% and be committed as much as you can and give everything you've got. And I stopped doing that in the end. And if you ask me now, do I have any regrets? Definitely.
I remember being in an IT class when I was 15 at school. This story always sticks with me. And a girl, dead popular in the year, she was her birthday, she was having a camp out, everyone round. Everyone knew they were going to go be drinking. Thought they were the bee's knees, and she said to me in front of the whole class, "Are you coming?" And I said, "No." I said, "Why?" I said, I've got a game." She went, "Oh, your life revolves around football." I said, "Yeah, but I love football." She went, "Yeah, but you only want to play football for a couple of years, then what are you going to do for the rest of your life? Like, you're going to live and you're going to die, and all you've ever done is kick the ball about." And I said, "Oh, I'll show you." I said, "Like, you'll see in a few years. When you're working every day 9 to 5, I'll show you what I'm doing then, and then you come talk to me about it." Yeah, nah. And I use that as motivation. That, amongst others, teachers told me I couldn't be a footballer. Teachers said, when I used to say, "What are you going to do?" I said, "I'm going to be a footballer." "Yeah, but what are you really going to be?" "I'm going to be a footballer." And that's when you've got to believe in yourself, going back to belief. So the sacrifices came then, when it's not easy either. You've got peer pressure, all your friends are like, come out, come and stay out. I've got a game in 2 days, I've got a game in a day. Or try this, try that. And it was something that I never done. And if I could give one bit of advice to any young player now, it would be, you've got to make sacrifices.